Soul Reaver 1 and 2 Remastered released in 2024 for the Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch consoles, as well as PC through Steam. Featuring remastered graphics and some quality of life improvements, it retails for $30 US. I played it on the PlayStation 5. So, is the remastered of such a well-known and iconic series worth playing on console for $30 US? This review is going to answer that question.
Where am I? Is the usual question. In your case, when might be more apt.
Very well, you old snake. If you'd prefer I use my bare hands.
This is completely unexpected. This orb disables our vampire enemies, leaving them helpless and incapacitated. Strangely, it seems to have the same effect on that peculiar weapon of yours. But you must believe me. I mean you no harm.
Alright, right out of the gate, Soul Reaver 1 and 2 have been remastered. This is not a remake. There is a huge difference here. A remake would involve rebuilding the game from the ground up, updating the controls, combat, and a number of other issues that severely date the legacy of Kain series. This is a remaster, and it's mostly just a visual uplift. There has been some work done on the camera controls, particularly in the first Soul Reaver game, allowing you to easily look around, but everything is still just as janky as it was when I played it back in the early 2000s. Which makes discussing the technical performance pretty easy. The game runs really well because it's a 25-year-old game running on modern consoles. The crashes and bugs, the glitches and weird jankiness, that's all part of the original game, and the remaster hasn't added new problems, but it hasn't done anything really to fix the old ones either. So technically, the game runs good, but what about the visual uplift itself, the reason why you're paying so much money for this? Well, you can see it for yourself in the clips I'm showing, and honestly, the uplift is sort of disappointing. It really feels like the developers ran the game through an AI program to update the graphics, then went through and added a few artistic touch-ups. You can toggle the uplift with the press of a button and switch back and forth so you can see it for yourself. Some parts are just cleaner with better lighting, while others have been significantly adjusted. You can sort of tell what the developers left for the AI to update and what the artists manually updated. Raziel's clothes and body have been changed, as well as a number of different PCs, but the environment itself isn't any different, neither is the enemies. Look, at the end of the day, this is still Soul Reaver 1 and 2, games released over 20 years ago. They do have a facelift and the ability to play them on modern consoles, some changes to the camera due to the fact that modern consoles have joysticks and original PlayStation didn't, but all of that is just like small quality of life changes. When I ask the question, is Soul Reaver 1 and 2 worth $30 US for the option to play on modern consoles and an AI graphics update? Well, it still has a great story, but all the problems with its combat and gameplay? That's a really hard question to answer. I would have to say no, unless Soul Reaver 1 and 2 were your favorite games growing up, or you missed playing them on release and now you want them on your PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X or on PC through Steam. But for everyone else, I would just wait until these are on sale for a significant discount. I can't imagine Soul Reaver 1 and 2 Remastered cost that much to develop. It's still the same game with just an AI graphics improvement and some minor artistic changes. I'm the Casual Console Gamer on YouTube, and I'll see you all in the next review.